Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Medium by Design. This is part 3 with my friend Sheryl, another advanced channeler who is sharing her insights and messages from 3IATLAS.
Hi, this is from October 31st, 3IATLAS. We have swept behind the sun to gain more energy. By the time we return in a few weeks, mankind will have begun to assimilate some of the new energies that we've brought. Some have already begun to feel a lightness. There is a great opportunity to distort our mission and our message. Use discernment. This is not learning as you know it. It is an activation of what has already been installed but laid dormant. Now enough layers of dullness have been removed so that a divine activation can take place on a global level. This is not what you're used to. This will be instant knowing, not a learning process. You will reach back trying to figure out how you know, but that will not make sense. Accept your divinity and know, because you are now tapped into universal consciousness, God consciousness. This does not have to be a rough transition unless you resist it. There will evolve an energy somewhat of the 60s, where peace becomes a priority, peace of mind, peace of heart, and the awakening of unity consciousness. Greed now will be seen as intolerable. Well-being for all will rise to the forefront. This is a consciousness that will have more strength than the 60s. The 60s was a prelude into this age. It was just a taste. Metamorphosis of the soul is taking place before your very eyes. There are many levels or layers to this changing age. Don't waste energy trying to make sense of it or trying to control it. For what looks black is really white. What is up is really down. There is a great period of reorientation. Do not look to the past for comfort. Only look forward. We are here to assist you in the rebalancing that is greatly needed on this planet. Humans let things get too far out of balance because of greed and lack consciousness. They saw themselves as their own source, and that was insufficient and created more fear. The ego ran amok as the intellect advanced. Yes, the mind was able to create much, but there was no soul in it. It was self-focused without concern of the long-term effects for the collective. There were no long-term thinking. Think of this time as a great reboot. First, systems must be uninstalled before new upgrades can come online. It's really that simple. That is why you are seeing so much of the old systems failing right now. They are proving they don't work. This makes room and a space of desire and acceptance of the new. This will make it easier to pivot. There will always be those that can't let go of the old, but that doesn't have to stop you. Look forward to the birth of the new earth. The human heart is not used to that level of peace, but it longs for it. The human heart is beyond weary and tired. This new shift will be welcomed once you get over the shock and allow the old to go. We are not here to make it hard on you. You do that fine yourself, imagine. We are clearing a path for the golden age for peace, prosperity, love, and joy. We are helping to return you back to the original intention of mankind. Please work with us.
Now this one has hit so many of my Jesus messages. Just this golden age, he talked about us moving back into the golden age. There were like 3 or 4 parts there that are exactly in line with what Jesus was telling me in other messages. Mm-hmm. It's almost like I want to take notes as you're reading to do the commentary part, because you're hitting on a lot of things that match. Many of you do listen to multiple spiritual people online, right? We know that you do. So, and what you're going to find with these messages is they overlap other people's information, and that's how you know there's a trend going in a direction. So you mentioned, go back a couple of pages, and then we'll go on to the next one. but you mentioned this knowing. That was the first part that really jumped at me. Do you guys notice that you don't have to study everything anymore? That you're in some situation and all of a sudden you just know something.
You know that you know that you know.
And you may share it. It might even be something you're sharing with another person, and they may say, how do you know that? And you have no clue because you never read it, you didn't hear somebody else say it, and all of a sudden it's like an instantaneous download of information. And that happens a lot now. And so a lot of this information that Sheryl is sharing overlaps the ascension, the second earth or the new earth information. That's what they're talking about. And Jesus has said a lot of the same things to me. So she's going to go on to the next one.
Okay.
And we'll see what this one shares.
And this was November 1st, so that would have been the next day. They said, "We found a friend in you. You like to listen. How wonderful it is to find a listener. You're feeling that vibration in your ears. That is part of the new frequency download coming to humanity. It feels a bit uncomfortable because you're not used to it. This is going out to all humanity. Some will notice, some will not. We are doing much work in the darkness. We do not sleep or require rest in the same way you do. We work much more efficiently. Without an ego attachment, there are less distractions. Don't be in a hurry to change your external world quite yet. The real work is being done internally." And you and I both know that's been really, really intense.
And constantly.
It never stops. "You are tired of waiting, but waiting is your ally. Humans get in a hurry and miss out on some of the finer details. Taking you offline for now is for your advantage. You were burning out your circuits, too much pressure, not enough rest or fun. All things must be done and lived in balance. You are seeing now where you were out of balance. Our arrival is all about balance, personally and globally. Our wish for you, humanity, is to live in harmony, peacefully, without stress. As you're experiencing, stress doesn't integrate with the body and causes disease and malfunction. That is why balance is required. Moving forward should not be out of fear, but in anticipation of a kinder world. Gentleness will rise as force is seen as ineffective. A new calmness will rise. Things will slow down as time seems to speed up. This is learning presence. Most have never truly experienced real presence. This is required now. Worrying about the future takes you out of presence. Humanity will once again relish in the small moments of presence. That is perfection and connection. That is where the soul is seen and fed. This is divine, perfect, and accepted. There will be no more need to twist yourself into a pretzel for love and acceptance. For the first time, you see yourself. Nothing is left out. Nothing needs to be added. Now see how much calmer that feels. Returning to balance will affect all areas of your life. This recalibration will feel like quite a shock because it is so foreign. Do not resist it. Adjustment takes time. That's okay. Don't hurry it and don't be afraid of it. Have grace for all going through this transition. This is a unique time on Earth. Energies are colliding. Energies are releasing that have been under pressure for millennium. This will feel violent from an initial perspective, and it is. This is the explosion of releasing the old and clearing and cleansing in preparation for the new. Just sit back and watch. There's nothing to do except your own personal work. Let spirit run through you like a cool stream, washing away any residue from old patterns and programs. It is time to begin with a clean slate. You do not have to participate in the violence of this process. You do not have to choose a side. Just allow it to play itself out. The earth has run out of patience and is working in tandem with spirit for this great cleansing. Oh, this is longer. We are here to seed a new frequency to earth and humanity. We are here to raise you up above the density that has kept humanity blind. It is time to wake up. Love yourself and love others. This requires a new definition of love. Love is not what you've been taught. Sacrifice is not love. Hold yourself to the high standard of self-love and then radiate that out. This new frequency will assist you in the ability to do that. You do not need to protect yourself from vulnerability. Be real. For the first time, have the courage to speak your truth and be real. The reaction will surprise you. You have nothing to lose. Your energies are better served, focused towards love, not protection. Humanity will finally meet itself. Maybe they will decide all this posturing was a waste of time and energy. For you are all the same. There is no one to impress. Who do you want to be now?
There's so many points. We might have to go back and just do
I should have given this to you ahead of time.
I know.
I didn't think about that.
There's so many ahas happening. I'm trying to sit here very calm and be very supportive. And meanwhile, my wheels are spinning with all the true concepts that are overlapping my work and some of the other people I see online. Like, this is talking about New Earth and living in 5D. There's all these key phrases, but a lot of them Sheryl and I don't use. We don't get the same phrases everybody else gets, but the verbiage of the messages speaks for itself. If you're moving into a so-called 5D, 5D just means a love-based existence. That's all it means. So we don't need all these labels. We need to be that energy. And once you are that, what happens to me, and I share this in my class and my groups a lot, when I leave my house and I come in contact with other people, a lot of people online will say, oh, I'm dealing with 5D things, right? That's a common thing. We do that. And sometimes it sounds condescending. But actually, when I'm out and about, I can have very spiritual experiences with everyday people. I have really great experiences with anybody. So to me, that's what 5D looks like. Wherever I go, there is a wonderful connection to somebody, or maybe a couple of somebodies, that I never planned. And I say that in the class. When you go out, have the same attitude you have when you're home. After you've channeled a high level, high frequency message, walk in that energy. If our body is receiving these frequencies, we want to glow in that frequency all the time. And we don't want to dim when we're around people that don't know. That's very important. We don't want to be condescending, but we also don't want to water down our light when we're out and about. There's no need for that. So with that, we will end this video. Thank you so much for watching The Medium by Design, and we have the fourth one coming up.